Hello! Frequently asked question number 2. I don't need 4 fingers up for 2. But how do I feel about masks becoming more mainstream? Before I even answer this question, I just want to make it very, very clear, and this might give the game away, but I want to make it very incredibly clear that this pandemic is a bad thing. It is not good. People are dying, and I don't think it's necessarily appropriate to say, yes, but look at all these positive things that are coming out of it. People are dying. Lots and lots of people are dying, and they don't need to be, especially when it's the government's fault for reopening schools, but only the poor ones and only the really snotty children. And saying that we can go into work and see our boss, but we're not allowed to see our families. Peak capitalism. Not the point, not what this channel is about. Let's just not get too deep into that, even though it's a deep topic. I'm not actually certain on what the guidelines are for this, and I don't think people can really blame me because I'm not sure the government is sure. This has already turned out to be a very different video. But there isn't necessarily guidance on wearing masks, but people are being advised to, if they can. They're not being banned from places if they don't have a mask on. But the general gist of how life is going is that more and more people are wearing masks when they go outside. And as somebody who's been wearing masks for a year and a bit, nearly 2 years, I don't really do time. But as somebody who's been wearing masks long before the pandemic, I have been asked a lot how I feel about it. And to be honest, I really enjoy it. Part of why I am a thing, why my channel is what it is because I received a lot of flack for wearing my masks. I will put a link to a video up there for some of the abusive comments that I've received in the street, and it's probably a bit of a story time. It was a long time ago that I made that video, but look up there for the sort of thing that I dealt with prior to the pandemic just for wearing my mask. I've also made other videos discussing other reasons why people might wear a mask, so throwback to Vlogmas, and I just rattled off a list because cold urticaria is not the only reason why people can wear masks. You can wear them for so many reasons, and again I'll put another link up there. But yeah, there's so many reasons to wear a mask, and I've been advocating for people to give masks a try if they come to me with a problem that I think a mask might help with. So for example, people with asthma come to me in hay fever season and say, hey, do you think this might help? And absolutely yes, it will. I've been advocating that masks can be helpful in many, many, many situations, and courtesy masks are a thing in places like Japan. I'm not sure if it's the same in China, but a lot of East Asian places wear masks when they are ill so they don't pass on viruses to other people. And I have long said that we should be doing this because it's very, very little of an inconvenience. And I think we could make other people's lives much easier, so the people that will struggle if they get a cold, so people on chemotherapy, the people who are immunocompromised, people that are at risk of developing complications when they get colds and flu, but still want to go out and have a life because that's what they want to do, and society is always like, oh, but you can work though, but do nothing to make that easier for everybody. Again, another tangent. I'm hoping that with people learning that masks can prevent the spread of diseases, that they might become mainstream for the long term. So what I would love to see is people having a cold, staying home for the first couple of days, and then for the couple of days after the first couple of days, I know words, wearing a mask when they feel a bit better and want to go back to work, so they are limiting the spread of the disease, much like we are doing for coronavirus right now. What I'm not looking forward to is when this is all over, heavy air quotation marks there. I'm not looking forward to when this is all over and people say, oh, I don't need to wear this mask anymore, therefore neither do you. Or, oh, you can take that mask off now, love, Corona's gone, innit? I don't know if that was good. I'm just not excited for when this blows over for people to just stop using masks and then go back to questioning why I'm wearing one, or making assumptions that I'm wearing it for coronavirus, which I have never worn my mask for coronavirus purposes, apart from while I'm already wearing it and just keeping it on in public spaces where I could probably take it off without having an allergic reaction to cold. But because coronavirus, I'm just leaving it on, because if you touch your face masks, that defeats the point of them. Stop touching them. Like I said, I don't feel like it's appropriate to really draw silver linings from this situation, but I am happy that masks have become more mainstream, because I feel like, selfishly, I feel like people might leave me alone about it, and it's been nice to go outside and not have stares of, why are you wearing a mask? And that is quite selfish of me, but also I can't really help how I feel about that, and that feeling isn't doing any harm to anyone. And it makes me hopeful for the future that masks might become a little bit more of a thing in society. And obviously this is a horrible situation, but we can take lessons from this moving forward. We don't have to go back to normal. We can adapt and hopefully make this situation not catastrophic in the future. We can prevent things like this from happening again to an extent. So for example, wearing courtesy masks when you are ill. That would be great. Also, it means that buying masks has become a lot more accessible. So previously I've been buying all of my masks from Wish because I don't need it to be a certain filtration. I don't need it for particulate allergen, so I can pretty much get my mask from anywhere. It might or might not work, but it's, you know, it's slightly different to somebody who has something like mast cell activation disorder, or somebody who is immunocompromised, where it's absolutely vital that they are filtering the things out. I don't necessarily need that. But still, the only place I could really get them from was Wish or eBay. Amazon was really expensive, regardless of the brand that you got. It was always expensive. But now I can get masks from anywhere. So far, I've not taken this opportunity to stock up on masks because you've seen I have plenty of masks to hand. I don't need to be adding more, and when people do need to be adding more, I don't need to be buying those so that they can't, if that makes sense. Like, after this is all blown over, I will check some of them out. Masks are now being more accessible, which means more people are going to be able to buy them and put them to use in the future, which adds to the fact that we might be able to move forward and mask wearing will be slightly more normal and people might leave me alone about it. But then, what will I talk about, Max? I don't know. Other mask hacks, I guess. That's how I feel about masks becoming more mainstream in a probably about 10-minute nutshell. Don't forget to like this video, drop a comment down below if you have any opinions on wearing masks. How do you feel about masks becoming more mainstream? Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and ring that notification bell so you get notified every single time I post a new video. Videos go up every Saturday at 6 PM UK time with at least one bonus video every single month. And tune in next month for Pride Month. There's definitely going to be at least one Pride video every week. I might do 2, but also that's quite a lot of work for an entire month, but also I did Vlogmas, so who knows? See ya!